Did you know that PRRJ provides general coaching? Just access the Metafy link in the video description. There you can choose between replay analysis, deck building, side deck patterns, tournament preparation, and much more.
Okay, near replay, amp versus green pony. Okay, so let's see. Let's see this one. So this is another Purrely. I got a lot of Purrely. I didn't remember that. Against a rescue ace. It's good. We're going to read rescue ace more carefully also because I also need to take a look better on the replays. Next event is going to be White at São Paulo, and then I will play Vancouver and then Cancun. Have you watched Barbie and Oppenheimer? I watched Barbie, not Oppenheimer yet, but I will. So let's see. So who is going first here? So Purrely is going first. He plays Trust, Pot, and Salvation. So cards to take a look. And then you have this deck, which plays Small World, which is interesting. And then you have the Rescue Ace card. We're going to take a look on them better next turn. Okay, so he has a discard engine, which is interesting. So Pot first action for free, which is usually odd. So got a Happy Memory to hand. Plays Book of Eclipse as well. The books are really popular online. I don't know how much it is going to translate in real life. I think it will. But it's really popular online. So effect, search. So he decided to not Ash. I don't know exactly what he's waiting on this Ash. I don't know if he's also waiting for, I don't know, Small World Bridge or something like that. So he got a monster. Interesting. So use the effect. Basis. I don't know. This is weird. So he decided to use this on a spell. How long that was? Active on 19. Okay, it was kind of close. Because I was wondering, maybe he wanted to use the Ash after he saw that with Salvation there was a discard. But no, sure. Then he used another one, and then this was a kind of a punish a little bit. So he got the spell directly. Then he got the cards. Okay. Use that. Use Trust for what? This is so bad. I hate this. I think, dude, if you're willing to main Trust, just main at least one in perm. Like, just, like, you know, like, this is just awkward. I think you should have something that you can set. And yeah, I'm not saying to play a dimensional barrier, man. I'm just saying, like, just have at least one card that you can set if necessary, right? Like, it's not a big investment to have one in perm. It's already a card that many people already decide to play, right? This is so, like, you can easily lose a game because of this. Easily. Okay, so let's see what will happen. He's going to draw one card, I think. Yeah. And then the Book of the Moon will prevent the monster, right? And then you have nothing. I don't know, man. He can't talent because there was no monster, so the Trust needs to set, and you can't active wherever you get. So that's why it happened this way. No, he probably played talents, but he can't use the talents. He doesn't control monsters. So yeah, this fucking sucks. Okay, so he searches Hydrant this way. Yeah, I mean, if this wasn't in perm, I think you would still lose, but like, you lose even harder this way. So let's see the cards. Okay, let's see the cards. So Hydrant. Use the Hydrant now, use the effect to search. So while you control a rescue ace monster other than Hydrant, your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. Also, your opponent cannot target this card for card effects. This is such a long sentence to say it cannot be targeted for attacks and effects. There's some things you do that I really dislike. This is one of them. Why Why does have to be a six line sentence? to say this card, while you control another one, your opponent cannot target this card. Also, your opponent can. You know, like you also have you have this. Your opponent monsters cannot target this card for attacks. Also, your opponent cannot target. This is, I don't know, man. When I play other card games and the entire effect of the card is like 3 words, and you know what it does. I don't know. For example, I feel like it should be a keyword for this card cannot target by card effects. It should be a keyword for that. This card has. I will use a Hearthstone keyword like Divine Shield, which means it cannot be whatever. You know what I mean? Just create a word. Oh, but the people wouldn't know. This is just the rule of the game. Yeah, if it was an emoji, like it would be better. Untargetable. Yeah, like something. Just create something. You know what the problem is? Like you have the cards that cannot be targeted by spells, and card that can only be targeted by traps, and card that can only be targeted by spell and traps, but can be targeted for monsters, and they don't want that can be targeted by anything. And like, you create so many different categories of cards because you want to make different effects that you do like this. Continue on Hydrant, okay? You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. You can activate quick play spells or traps that was set by the effect of rescue's card the turn it was set. So you can usually use set with this guy, and then if you have this, sometimes you do, not usually, you can use one of them right now. And during the main phase, you can add on rescue's monster from your deck to your hand. And then okay, let's continue. So he used the emergence, and this emergence is kinda emergence teleport. He always treats a rescue's card, you special summon one rescue's monster for your deck in defense position, then you tribute the rescue's monster for your hand or field. This usually, sometimes people use this as something to dodge in Perm or in a regular in chain, right? Like let's say use the Hydrant effect, and then I use Perm, and then you can use emergency and bring something else, and then you tribute the Hydrant with the effect, right? With the emergency, and then you can also search with that. So that's useful. And then a gameplay tip that sometimes, I'm not saying this is a rule, I'm not saying always do this, but sometimes you can consider use like Imperm or Veiler, like a negate like that on the summon of the Hydrant before they use the effect, so you can kind of dodge. It depends on the game state, depends on a lot of things, but it's something to keep in mind. This brings in defense, so remember that. It's hard to game with that because it brings in defense, so also remember that. So he brings this one, so let's read this one, and he sent that one to grave. So let's read the one that is on the field. So this guy, if this card is not special, you can add a rescue spell from your deck to hand. So gets a spell when he enters. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, quick, you can tribute this card. Okay. For your hand or face it up. Okay, special summon rescues for your hand. This is not super useful effect. Special summon from hand when your opponent does something. Not that useful. It's pretty much search, right? So he's going to search this one, rescue. Target one rescue waste monster in your graveyard. Or if you control Hydrant, you can target monster in your opponent's grave. Special summon. So you special summon something. It's a quick play card. And you can do for your opponent. This one is Preventer. You can banish. This one that banishes 1. This one is that banishes 2. Preventer, use banish 1, special summon this card from your hand. Okay, just like a BLS, whatever type of card. If you control another, the difference is that this is a cost, right? This is active. This is different than BLS. If you control another rescue's monster, so in order to have this effect, the Book of Moon effect, you have to hello Judo, what's up? You can target one effect monster upon control, change the defense position. So it's a quick book. If this card is sent to the graveyard, this is a really useful effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished rescue's monster except level 8, special summon it. Okay, so he did that, special summon, and then he's using the book effect. So that's happening. So I feel like the idea here is to make this and then you link this away, so you bring this back. That's the entire idea here. So that's exactly what happened. Oh, he's doing things. He's doing reproducus. Things are happening. Cards are being active. Okay, I'm curious now. You got my attention. So he resolved this card, which is pretty much means winning the game. So let's see what happens. So he searched emergency alert, extinguish, and contain. Some people don't play all 2 traps, but they play both traps Sometimes they play one. So we saw the alert. He can use one of them, by the way, if he wants. So alert is the one that adds for your engraver, and if you control, you can add from deck. If you control hydrant, all of them they have extra effects if you control him. So you have the first effect, or you can do extra effects, or you can do a different effect. So this one, search from deck or grave, get from grave. Contain. If you control a rescue ace monster, you can target effect monster upon control. This turn, the effect cannot attack, and the effect is negated. So, like a Findish chain. But if you control hydrant, at the resolution, the monster cannot be used as a fusion sync or exit link. So, kind of dimensional barrier, but also negates, and you can't attack it. Like pretty much makes the monster bad. And then you have Extinguish. Extinguish is the one who pops, right? If you control a rescue ace monster, target point effect monster per control, destroy it. Then, if you have Hydrant, your opponent cannot activate the effect of the destroy monster. All monsters with the same original name. Okay, so that happens. So he's searching pulse because he controls Hydrant. He can use one of the cards that he set. So he searched from deck. We can also control the Hydrant. So he's used those two. I'm curious now. Oh, co-linked Phoenix. He's doing things. Things are happening. So he killed that. Happy protect. Oh. Happy. Where is happy? Until the end of next turn. Forgot. He forgot. That was a forgot moment, right? Was this a forgot moment? Maybe. This reproduction was just funny. You know, like, I have a problem with a deck that it does its best play, and it is this, you know? Yeah, maybe it's just Link Ray, like, for being like a nerf and have the arrow down and you can do things like that, but this is just sad. You know what's funny? Cards are going to survive. This is just embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, they use that to reborn and they attack. Prosperity survived, by the way. Dude, I feel like you used the X to kill the last card. You know it's Prosperity. I feel like you used Banish itself. Yeah, I think you did, yeah. It makes sense. Because you know this one. I don't remember if you know this one, but you do know this one. So he set a card, and pass. And use pot. Why? You could attack first, no? He got an arrow lifter. We're going to read that lifter. Oh, another thing to pay attention against this deck is that sometimes people do play Link or Rebo. So sometimes they're going to make a Link 2 play. They go Link, like they have a Hydrant, they go Link or Rebo first, and then they go the Link 2. And then now you have a Link or Rebo engraved. And then later, next turn, you're going to summon a different Hydrant, and then you have a negate. And you forgot about Link or Rebo, you're going to chain the negate. And they can chain Link or Rebo, and you just lose the game. So it's something to pay attention to. So this one is the one who got spell. We already did that one, okay? So you got a spell. So you got the field spell. While your opponent controls a monster, it's not the case. All rescue ace monster gains 500 attack defense, okay? During main phase, you can normal summon one rescue ace monster in addition to your normal summon set, okay? All those effects are pointless. Once per turn, you can target 4 rescue ace cards that are banished on your graveyard, shift them, then you draw a card. Okay, yeah, just make the engine alive. That's pretty much it. Emergency is being used. And then you use that to get on a Hydrant. And then you use the Hydrant to get a Preventer. This is a second Preventer, by the way? Yes. This is a second Preventer. So he used the Preventer to banish something. Then you summon that. Okay, that's cool. And then he used the effect to set things. So he's setting another emergency. Only that. That is a decision that I'm really confused about. Why wouldn't you use this first? To set the names that you don't have left, like those, and then use this. Am I missing something? I'm not the rescue ace player, but it makes sense, right? Like, you're willing to use this effect. Why wouldn't you use this first? Let's see, because I don't see why. Okay. So he did that. There is an ash engrave. I like when you do that and you have an ash. Yeah, that's cool. Didn't have an ash engrave. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. So he did that. Sometimes you can do Hit Leo. He doesn't play Hit Leo, but Hit Leo is a card that is being played in this deck. Maybe he banished with pot. No, he didn't. But sometimes you have to hit Leo and then you hit Leo here. I'm really confused. Am I missing something really crucial? Why he didn't use this first? And then okay, whatever. You discard the card that you drew with this. Doesn't matter what it is. You just discard whatever you get. But now you have this card in rotation. Once returned, you can have 4 rescue this card and then it's vanished in your graveyard. That's... I don't know, man. Sometimes I just don't know things, I guess. Okay. Book of Eclipse going first, by the way. Okay, there's a lot of cards to discuss right now. There is a Book of Eclipse going first, which... not the biggest fan. And there is a Secret Village of the Spellcaster. So I'm really curious to see. He's probably going to make the rank 1, right? That one. Which is going to be good, by the way. Look at this shit. Okay, so let's see. So summon that, and then you hit the street. Okay. Okay, so decided to discard the street. Sure. I do like Enchant. I feel it's a cool deck. He got my friend Purrely. Then he upgrade into that. Then use my friend. And then he's getting a card, which is a Sleepy. Try to be Sleepy, I think, right? Oh, he misses. He's not a Sleepy. I think he wanted to be Sleepy, and then he misses. Now he's going to draw one last card. And then he get that back, and then he discard the Book of Eclipse. Okay. And then he's going to use that to make the miss it. Now he's going to make the Princess, whatever it's called, right? Any Unchained replay today? I don't know. We'll see. I'm doing the replays as we go. I don't know exactly which ones we'll have. Okay, that's a problem. This one, once returned, this cannot be destroyed by battles. Okay, that's an issue. What do you do? During your main phase, you can choose one effect monster opponent control with the highest attack. Okay. And neither player can activate that monster effect. Okay. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, you can tribute this card from your hand for yourself with some machine monster from your deck. Well, I feel like this worked. There's 5 spells in your opponent's hand. Yep, it worked. Oh, Floodgates. Floodgates. Yes, sometimes they do work. That's true. Interesting decisions here, right? There is a draw, which is it good against this deck? I don't know. It's a decision. There is a Cyclone, which is fine. And you kept the discard engine going second. So there's a lot of things to take a look, pay attention to. And then you have like engine here. Oh, you call engine. It wasn't intentional. Okay, let's see what you do. If your rescue monster is not special, you can special card from your hand. Okay, there's some of them are like this. If a monster is special summon to your opponent field, okay, you can special summon level 4 rescue from your hand, deck, or grave. Okay. So he's doing that one, and then his special summon that one. Sure, and then he uses that to search. He's going to search Turbulence. Okay. Is this going to... So now he's getting draw. Or not? Why the drawing Lockbird? Why you playing this card, my friend? Your opponent search a card. You have drawing Lockbird. You're not using drawing Lockbird. So why discard this here? I wonder. I mean, it would be shit, but but like you're already with the card in your deck. Just like, I mean, you understand? Like the card is so bad that you realize mid game and say, I might as well just skip it because I will eventually discard it. I think it is a EB combo, maybe, right? So he's doing that and setting 4 cards because you decided to have a Cyclone, a Draw, and a Salvation as your attack choices. And because of that decision, there's 6 cards your opponent's board. Okay. So gigantic. So this is an Ibli combo, right? Ibli. So the draw would be pretty bad. Not because draw, but not because he didn't use draw, but because it would be worse. Like would be bad anyway. Azalea target itself. Ha ha ha, combo. That's a combo. That's a combo. It's on summon. If this card's persona, contact one card on the field, destroy it then. Huh, that's funny. Okay. Okay. I mean, he can summon some. That's... He can special summon with someone, right? Yeah, he can. Let's see. Okay, sure, man. Let's use that. Got something. He needs to do something, right? In normal summon, use the effect, and then he used the impulse, and the impulse, and then he chained to add the to special summon. Okay. The other one, I wonder why it wasn't chained. Okay, this makes sense. No, he misses. Clearly he misses. And now he was going to try to link away, but now he's getting Book of Moon, I think. Yes. Set cards, yes, set cards. And then he got this one, and then he brings that one. This one is Airlift, it's the one that gets spells, right? And then he's going to bring the one who's banished, which is Hydrant. And then he search with this guy, the field spell. And then he got a Cyclone here. And then he used the Cyclone blindly. Now, he will read the Cyclone, of course. That's the punish. And then this one will kill Distinguish. Okay. I don't think this will matter much because now he search. Nice draw, by the way. Oh, now we use the draw. Okay, now he remembered. That is a draw in my hand, yes. So Phoenix, discard the Ash. So he used that just to protect some bird. I don't know which card he used on that all, but like whatever. So he summoned that, and then he linked those two away. But this guy and that trigger, and bring this guy back. This didn't trigger this turn, right? Okay. Draw, yeah. Oh yeah, draw. Remember draw. This, yes, those are attack points. Are you what? Light? Is this game? He used this on my Purrely. I will would be destroyed by card effect. There was another name? No, those are darks. Yeah, I feel like this is another great example on when I say some cards and some gameplay side deck decisions are really, because sometimes you lose a game like this, and then if you don't analyze that, you are going to think that nothing happened, like you just drew bad. But I would say, my opinion, the three tech choices that you had inside your hand were mistakes. And then if those cards were different cards, I will give you guys one chance of which cards I'm talking about, instead of a Draw Cyclone and a Rainbow Salvation. If there were different cards, I feel like we would have a really different game. So yeah. So see, when I say the things that I say constantly, this is what I meant. That's why I like doing the replay analysis so much. That's why I do that on my coaching sessions. That's why I do that so often, because gameplay, it's so important. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys like it. Bye.